Hello folks, and how are you today? Anyways, today is a special day because we're going to make the antagonist of the story. Right now I'm doing a story called Ed, the Reluctant Biting Viper. And if you haven't seen that, go back and you'll take a look and you'll see me making Ed, the Reluctant Viper. Oh, he's such a lovely little fellow. I do like him a lot. Yes, Ed, don't you like me? I do. So, what it is we're... Oh, sorry, changes. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you me just drawing out the character, right? Getting it started, getting it involved, basically thinking it out, right? So, when you're going to do a story, you have your character, your main character, right? And then you might have your antagonist. And I think this is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to draw the antagonist today, right? And we'll build that story, right? And that's how we'll go through the different processes and how we're going to make it happen. Okay? So, watch the video. If you can, do a like. If you can subscribe, that'd be great. You know what? Tell a friend. That'd be nice too. You know, maybe they'd like to see how the story goes. Because at some point, I'd like to be able to do the whole story, read it out to you guys and that, and you know, show the different drawings that I'm going to do. And then, you know, got some sculptures too happening. So just want to make it a really nice involved situation. So sit back, watch this little part, and we'll go from there. Okay? Sounds good. Hey guys. So this is another part of Ed the Reluctant Biting Viper. So this is Ed. We know who he is, right? And we now have a sculpture of him. And if you haven't seen that video, go back to that video and watch it. So what I'm doing here is I'm making my characters, also sculpting them so that I can see them in a three-dimensional situation. I can get a better feel for the animal or creature or whatever you're making, so that you feel like you've got something that's tangible, right? And so what I'm going to do here is draw you out the big-footed alien, the big stomping-footed alien, and that. So I've been thinking about different ideas, so I'm going to just sketch out a couple of things here. So one of them is that he'll have a spaceship. I don't think I'm going to sculpt out the spaceship. I don't think I need to, but an idea of how he would be in the spaceship is good for me. You know, so I can think about it and say to myself, okay, what, you know, what's this guy going to be like, right? You know, he's big, he's grumpy, right? This is why he goes around smashing stuff, right? And then just trying to think to myself, you know, how do I make this guy work, you know? And so he's grumpy. He's just a grumpy little character, right? So big teeth, right? And that, and so and then my spaceship itself, you know, pretty atypical spaceship. You know, maybe some jet stuff out the back, some flames, right? Maybe just little wheels hanging down, so it kind of gives you the feeling of motion. You know, and now think about it, part of when I'm doing the actual story, I'm going to have that as a picture. So I'm going to have to think about, like, maybe, you know, stars and stuff like that, you know, like, so that so when the guy is actually flying, you know, we'll do this kind of an idea that'll give it that feeling like he's flying through, and he's, see, a little bit of language there with drawing, right? See what I've got, the wheels going back, the fire will be coming out of the thing, you'll see his grumpy little face, you know, and then stars and maybe some planets, and that'll give you that feeling of him being from outer space. So these are things that you want to consider all the time, right? While you're writing or you're drawing it out, right? Say to yourself, okay, what might happen, right? You know, and so now I'm building this character. We're going to flip over here, and I'm going to fine-tune him a little bit. I think what I was thinking was that if I had him, I think I like the idea that he's got this giant foot, right? When he comes out of the spaceship, all of a sudden you see this giant foot.
And one of the weird things about him is his foot and leg are also his mouth, right? So we've got eyeballs, right? You know, look at that. See, grumpiness, right? So make sure that grumpiness, you know, and I think a little hand that's kind of not usable. So it's kind of like Tyrannosaurus Rex kind of a feel to it, right? That he's, you know, it just doesn't really do much. Like you can't really grab much with it, and that maybe that's why he's grumpy. Maybe that's why he's grumpy, right? And why he wants to stomp everything. Now I think a little bit of hair off the back would be kind of cool too. And then I'm gonna round out his bum a little bit here because that's kind of counterweight, right? And then, like I say, I'm gonna have these teeth. Now, maybe not sharp teeth, but maybe some big, kind of goofy, square teeth might be actually good. And then his mouth, like I said, it comes right out of his leg. Yeah, so when he's at rest, he'd look differently, right? You know, but when he pops up, he's got this big giant foot. It's got a ton of weight, right? And that is going to make our character, right? This is our guy, and he's going to be right off his chin. You know, you'll maybe see his tongue. You'll see kind of a little concave situation that you can see that's his face, right? And he's the bad guy, right? And he's gonna be, you know, jumping up and down and crushing stuff. You know, let's say, you know, he's just already destroyed some trees. We'll say, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, he's destroying the trees. So now, when I have something like this, I can think about the character, how it looks, right? What's going to happen. I can start paneling out the different drawings that are going to go with the writing, you know. So I've got it going there. I think I like that. I might just take a real quick little turn here and just do a little bit of color with him. Now, I was thinking that purple, you know, the big purple eater is an old song or something like that. It's about an alien, right? And he's, you know, have to be a darker purple, I think. You know, I don't really want him I want him bright in a way, but not bright. You know, because I want that grumpiness to come through. Make his eyelashes a little bit bigger. Yeah, see that? Look at that. Look at those eyelashes, right? So we've got him, you know, I'll give him an ear. Big teeth. His hand. So I like what I'm looking at here. I think this is pretty cool. We'll give him some green teeth. Yeah, I like that. Some big old ugly green teeth. Yeah. And then, I don't know, maybe I should put some, I'm gonna get red. Yep, yeah. A little bit of red around his eyes. I think I like that, yeah. A bit of red around his eyes. You know, he looks a little upset. And then we'll have his mouth. Yeah, we've got his mouth going there. I think he'll have to have purple hair on his feet too. I think I'm going to have that too. Yeah, I like that idea. And then maybe, boom, some big yellow old toe claws, right? You know, really kind of gross looking. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think that's what we want to have. We want to have that big grumpy guy there. See, look, it looks good. Looks good. You know, he's knocked down the beautiful trees. I don't like that at all. He's knocked down the trees. Grumpy little guy. I think what I'm going to do here is give you a little bit of, oh no, I can color it in. I'll talk a little bit while I'm coloring it in. Just yeah, see, this is good. See, it just gives you an idea of what you want and how that character is going to look. I like this idea. You know, yeah, we'll just outline a little bit here. You see, you got those hairs. And then his arm. His ear, mouth, teeth. You see? Look. And a nice little grumpy guy. Maybe he should have a hair taste kind of like that. So he kind of looks like he's maybe a little bit balding, maybe. Yeah. See, I like this guy. He's looking ferocious. He's got something about him that goes, you know, oh, I'm gonna just stomp the heck out of everything. I don't like nothing. I don't. See, that's what he's gonna be like, right? And yeah, I like it. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek on the next video because I'm happy with this, right? We've got another creature in the story, right? We've got that figured out. We're making plans for how the story's going to go, the flow. So I'll probably do that next to show like maybe a storyboard, maybe idea, or get one started and then go through it that way. Pick out the pictures, you know, and that. But the next thing I'm going to do is obvious that I've got some tin foil and I've got some clay. So guess what? I'm going to make the monster. So the next video is the monster, the big-footed alien monster. This alien monster is a big-footed alien monster that's going to go stomping and crashing and breaking stuff down. So look for that video coming up next. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. All right, I'm happy. I hope you guys are happy.
So there you are, guys. We've now seen the alien that comes down, the big, mean, stomping alien. Right? And he's the bad guy. And this is Ed, the good guy. I'm going to give him a little pet there. Aren't you feeling nice today, Ed?
I'm feeling really nice today.
Right? Ed likes to watch everything and see what's going on. So, anyways, guys, as I did introduce, I'm going to be making a alien next, right? So I've got that already kind of formed out. Got my clay, right? I'll be smacking that on there, right? And making this guy into the alien so we have an idea what the alien looks like. And it'll be fun to have both characters, you know, the good guy and the antagonist, right? Which is right now just a ball of tinfoil and a bit of clay. But there you are. So sit back, watch. No, you already done that part. So wait until the next video and watch that video. You'll really like it.
I hope so. And what else? Be cool like a big bull moose, and remember to wear your pants.